Hello everyone, sorry for the late chat, or 1 minute into the chat. I was just out doing a bit of pond maintenance and I thought I would just chuck the live on. So I just stripped down the auto feeder. I haven't got my mics on either, so hopefully you can hear me, but I had a bit of water get into my JBL auto feeder, so opened it up. I was just going to hat and feed the koi a little bit, and found out a little bit of water got in there, so all the food started to stink, go a bit mouldy, so I've just stripped it all out, cleaned it up, and I thought while I finish up I'll just go live and show you the fish. They're all super active at the moment. Hope everyone's doing well. Sorry if the phone shakes because I've got to read the comments, but if anyone can put me a thumbs up to let me know if they can hear or not. It's not going to be a massive long live, I just thought I'd check in just to say hello to everyone. Weather's been absolutely terrible here down in Devon. Floods everywhere, rain's been terrible, and I haven't been able to make any content the past couple of days, so I thought I'd just come on live and just let you know what's happening. Thank you mate, thanks for the thumbs up. So tempting to feed them a bit more. I did chuck them one handful of food, but water temperature is still only at 8 degrees, so say to him, your old man, I went to school with him. Hear me loud and clear, brother. Loud and clear. That's the hammer. Yeah, all the fish super active out there today. How's the growing pond doing now? The shower's off. Yeah, to be fair, doing fantastic. All the fish are much happier. I would go and put a little view on the camera in a minute over there to show you. I think, to be honest, it was partly my own fault how cold the water temperatures got. Obviously the fish had some sort of secondary illness or something going on internally, or dropsy, I'm not exactly sure. Couldn't find nothing wrong with any scrapes coming back or any water tests, so I think for how cold the water temperature got, the fish just didn't like it, and yeah, it took a turning for the worse. But you live and you learn, as they say, don't you? I think the main reason, or the main issue as well, is because that pond is completely above ground. It has got a tiny little bit of insulation on it on the inside, but all the filtration's outside. The shower was turning over. I'm turning over that pond probably well too fast with the amount of filtration that I've got on that system anyway, which is fine during the summer when you're actually banging in the food. But in the winter months, I mean, with how cold it got down here in Devon, I mean, some nights we had like -6. When I checked, that water temperature was at 2 degrees, which is super cold anyway, and it was probably colder than that throughout the night anyway. So yeah, having no covers on the pond, all of that malarkey, don't think it done me any favours at all, especially considering like this pond, I know the showers are running on this pond, but all the filtration's inside. It's not got a cover on it, but it has got a roof on it, so that certainly helps. It's blocked in on, you know, 2 corners pretty much, and half of the pond is underground, and I'm not turning over as much water as fast in this pond as what I am in the other pond. So this pond never got down as cold, and it never gets as cold as that other pond. So you live and you learn, don't you? It's all experience and playing around. These fish in here though, they're absolutely buzzing. I'm banging for, to be honest, I am tempted to put on the auto feeder on here, not the auto feeder, the air source heat pump, warm up the temps and start boshing in the food again, because the 3 new ones for the people that do follow the channel, the 3 that I put over from the grow on into here, which was the Achiba, Kahaku, and the, my favourite one, I can't find it at the moment, it's just dipped down underneath. but it's the Ginrin Chagoi, Arioki scales on it. I think those three are going to do fantastic this year, and to be honest, if I did heat the pond over the winter and kept feeding, the growth rates would have been up there anyway. But I do think in this hobby, I mean, personally, being in it for a while now, learning the difference between having a pond to enjoy it, pretty much like mine is, let it go through the seasons, etc., to having a pond which you specifically dedicate to grow your fish, which at the end of the day we all want to grow our fish, but having a pond set up to dedicate to actually grow your fish, or your koi should I say, having it all covered in, air source heat pump, regular feed times on it, you without a doubt you get complete different results than what you do by letting it go through the seasons. And it's the difference of getting a fish from sort of 15, 16 cm up to 90 cm. It's all about being in the right environment. Andy's koi puddle. Hello mate, alright? Yeah, I hope everyone's had a good Christmas. For the people that I haven't checked in with, everyone had a good new year and all that lot. I know it's getting on to the end of January now. Seems like January's taking for ages to get through. Hello from Sweden. Hello my friend. And hopefully weather starts changing and starts warming up temperatures. I mean, it hasn't been too cold recently. Water temperatures are being pretty stable again at 8 degrees, but I would like it to be a bit warmer before I start feeding the fish. But they certainly seem active after I give them a handful of food about an hour ago. But it would be nice when the weather starts changing, longer evenings, don't get dark so quick. But yeah, it's nothing special live. I just thought I would come on and say hello, see what's happening, because I haven't put a video out for a week, and it looks like it's starting to rain again out there. Non-stop rain. I don't know if I've got my screen level today, to be fair. Hopefully you guys can see alright. So I just cleaned off the old water feeder. Give that a bit of a spruce clean, bit of a clean up. And I've put it on charge to give the charge a full boost. It was full anyway because I haven't had it on, but just to make sure the battery stays good. Which normally the feeder lives right here, so you don't normally get to see this part when the feeder's there. Another reason why I thought I haven't filmed inside of my conservatory for a while. I'll just go on live for 10-15 minutes. But yeah, anyone else got any plans this year? Anyone doing a new pond build or upgrading their pond or filtration or doing anything? Got any plans on any new fish? It does get quite tricky in the hobby for the people that's been in it for a while. That once you've got your pond built in the first sort of season, you go out and buy a few fish, then they grow the second season, and then you look at your pond and think, it's getting pretty full up now, and then you got to make the decision of if there's any new fish that you want to buy, or you keep the ones that you've got and then you don't buy any more. I do apologise if the screen's blowing a bit, the wind started to blow, the rain started to come in. The wind's blowing me tripod. Yeah, done a bit of maintenance in the filter shed today as well. I thought I'll have a bit of a tidy up, bit of a spruce clean, got rid of a load of cobwebs, because it's surprising over the winter the amount of spiders that come inside of your filter shed. Unbelievable. So I give it a bit of a spruce clean. It's clean and tidy most of the time anyway, but like you do, you have a bit of a sort out on some of the old treatments that you've got, half bottles that's left half open, and start of a new season I like to, you know, anything that's empty or, you know, getting towards the end of its life, scrap it in the bin and start again, because any treatments that you got half open or left open, if I ever do treat the pond, I like using a fresh treatment. I can watch this all day. Happy days. To be fair, I enjoy it myself. Like, part of the reason I don't watch much TV, because having your koi pond is your TV. It's where you can relax and chill out and just enjoy it. That's when everything's going right, without any problems or issues. Because the hobby's fantastic when everything's singing and dancing, as they say. But anyone that's going through issues or problems, or the water's not right, or there's something wrong with the fish, or always battles your mind, and it can beat you up when you don't know what the actual problem is. But when everything's right, it's a great hobby to be in. Apart from that, it's an expensive hobby. Wet and Wind in Newcastle. Enjoyed watching the channel over the years. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I'm hopefully planning to do a lot more pond visits again this year. So if anyone is out there local to Devon area, I mean, when I do travel, I don't mind stopping in. I normally put a message out on the Instagram if anyone would like to welcome me round, or as an invitation to come round and have a bit of a koi chat, bit of a vlog about their pond. And if they don't mind sharing it, then let me know, and I'll book you in the calendar as such. James, there's a channel called Rusty Stove Productions. He has a koi pond. You should make a video helping him out. I'll try to check that out if I remember that later on, that name. I try my best to help out as many people as I can as well. Obviously, a lot of people know that this YouTube now used to be a hobby for me, which has turned into a business. And yeah, over the winter months, it's not going to lie, it's not easy, because content's not hard, it is hard to make or to film. And there's never as many people watch the videos during the winter, even though you thought it would be, because people in the winter are not out in the ponds, you thought they'd watch it. But I think there's always a hell of a lot of new people coming to this hobby. Big Al's in the house. How you doing, brother? But yeah, there's always a hell of a lot of new people coming into the hobby. They do it for a little bit of time or a short period of time. They build a pond, and then when they start working out how much the water bills cost, the electric cost, the price of fish food, all of the rest of it, a lot of people get into it and then they soon get out of it. This pond is an old massive, and he don't have a clue, and the pond needs a complete overhaul. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, everyone in the hobby, you know, to do an overhaul of a pond, it's easy to say or do to people, or suggest to people what they could or can do to a pond, but a lot of it comes down to how much it costs to do anything. It's like anything in the world, isn't it? I mean, this hobby is extremely expensive, and the way of the times at the moment, for a lot of people, it's not top of their priority, if you know what I mean. They're just like enjoying it. So as long as this works and it's happy for each individual, that's all that matters really, I think. But you can spend some serious amount of money on this hobby. Lovely setup there, James. Beautiful fish. Well done, mate. Thank you very much. You bought the house with it. Oh, fair play. To be fair, me and the wife, Mrs. Whisperer, she's known on the channel, we had a bit of a chat the other night about what would we do if we ever move or decide to sell the house, because it's something that we are considering doing over the next sort of 3 or 4 years. Makes you wonder who would want to buy my house when I've got 2 ponds in the back garden. There is no garden, it's just full of fish ponds. Hello Phil, all right mate? Joe, how are you doing? That's the hammer. It's leaking at the moment, and if you watch his last video, you'll see the pond was one day up well, but it's over 20 years old, and I think it's a good little series for you and him. Oh, check it out, James, 100%. And that's if he wants any help either. I mean, a lot of people like doing their own thing, don't they? I mean, you can advise anyone or give them a little bit of guidance, but most people like doing their own thing or working out or trying something because they think it's going to work, and then after they do it or test it and then it doesn't work, then they go back to the drawing board. And to be fair, it's part of what I did when I was learning the hobby, because I got into the hobby, didn't have a clue what I was doing, made, you know, DIY filtration, done as, you know, I learned from the bottom and worked my way up as such. But I think that gives people, you know, especially for handling fish and dealing with different problems and stuff like that, I think learning from your own mistakes is the only way that you get anywhere in this hobby, to be honest. You can always get told or shown something which helps, but I think when you learn from your own mistakes or stuff you've tried and tested yourself and then made improvements on it, I think that just makes you a better koi keeper anyway. And the biggest thing with this hobby, there's no right or wrong way, because every pond is different and everyone has a different way of doing something, and if it works for that person, then happy days. Big stress at the start, you told all sorts of different things. Does your head and learn yourself? What's that mean? A big stress at the start, you told all sorts of different things. Does your head and learn yourself? I don't quite get what you mean there, Phil. Oh, I think he means it's too much to figure out yourself. Yeah, I mean, you can always get advice. I always, wherever you get your fish from, take the advice of that person, because this hobby is an absolute mind boggler for me. Like, even me saying one thing, someone else saying a different thing, and before you know it, everyone says. And what works for me might not work for someone else. And I think no matter where you are in the hobby, don't matter how long you've been in the hobby, you're always learning something. There's always something to learn. But I think that's part of the reason why it keeps it so interesting. Pretty much like the other day, really. I haven't lost a fish on the channel for well over 3 years, and I had an issue with a fish that I didn't know what was the problem. I can't put, the exact reason why that fish was, got so bad or ill, or I had to sedate it or put it out of its misery as such. You can only sort of say in your head what you might have thought it might have been, or the reasons why it was. What's your preferable pond style? Square, rectangular, or more natural? Well, to be fair, I mean, there's different. When we say ponds, I mean, when you're looking at, for instance, this pond in front of you, I call it a koi pond, but it's not really a pond. It's a koi tank. So the koi tank is, it's a different style of a pond to a natural pond with, like a carp fishing pond or a fishing lake, for instance, which is a pond or a lake. It's a different style, isn't it? So this is like a big koi tank, even though I call it a pond. It's like a big fish tank in a way. But obviously preference, learning from what I've learned, having a pond like I've got, what you see in front of you, is obviously what I prefer myself personally. But we all have different opinions on what works. I mean, obviously, the bigger pond, the more volume of water that you can have, the better it is. The easier it is to look after the fish. Obviously, if you don't overstock it. Obviously, fluctuations take longer to change. I don't think there's no right or wrong way. I mean, a lot of people now like having all their water returns all at one end. I'm still a believer of having it sort of returning both ends. You get told different ways at the start. You have to work out what's best for you. I've just fitted a Burton's drum, the same as yours. Great bit of kit. To bypass the drum when doing treatments, do you switch off the drum and pull the pipe out? I've got no instructions. Yeah, so basically what you do, you don't switch the drum off. All you do is bypass the drum. So the pipes on it, you just literally pull the pipes out. So if you've got the exact model of mine, I've got 2 pipes either end. So you just pull both of those black standpipes out, and then the water will travel through, but you don't turn the drum off. Obviously turn your UV lights off if you're doing any treatments, but that's all you have to do. And most treatments that you use in the pond anyway, I mean, if you're using anything like PP, it's all done in the same day. Any other treatment, the best or the strongness of it is sort of washed out in 2 or 3 days anyway. But any one little tip a lot of people forget to do with a drum is that the water that's feeding the pond, when you do, especially if you've got a trickle in, that you turn that off as well, because you dilute the treatment that's in the pond originally, if that makes sense. I learned quite a lot from you from the start, mate. Thank you very much. Part of the reason why I made the channel, not to say that I'm an expert or I know what I'm doing, but stuff that I've learned myself that I know that works. I do like enjoying it or sharing it with other people. Obviously try to make their hobby a little bit more enjoyable. And the whole idea of starting the channel was to get more people into the hobby. Yeah, I'm gonna head off in a sec, guys, because the wife just put her thumbs up to me saying the tea's ready. So she's cooked a banging cottage pie today. I'm gonna go in and enjoy that, and I just thought I'd only come on for 10 minutes, and I've nearly been on for half an hour. Surprising how quick the time goes. But all of that yibbity yabbity being said, thanks for the people that have tuned in quickly, and yeah, I'll catch you all soon.